Hello! Hello. I am finished my rice pudding. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, my computer is... I may need to ask for some continued patience as we go through stream today just because my computer is having a bit of a rough one. It's decided that today is a slow day. But I should have every tab open that I am going to need. As you can see, there is a lot of them for today because holy shit, we had nothing for what was it, like 2 or 3 months or whatever, and now everything is happening all at once. Like, we're gonna do, in terms of the actual comic, we're just gonna do the intermission. I'm going to do enunciation. I'm going to do the Act 2 update next weekend. And I had already, just because there's a lot to talk about for community news, and I had already been planning that before the last 48 hours fucking happened, okay? So, to start, thank you so much to the anonymous gifter who gifted a sub. Appreciate your support very much. Thank you and enjoy the show today. Welcome to Corey. Hello, Gwen. Hello, Noster. Good to see ya. Hello, Max. Hello, Leku. And I believe that's all the names in chat. And hello and welcome as well to anyone viewing anonymously. Welcome back! It has been quite a long time since we've had Homestuck, and boy, is there a lot of it. Whew. But if you need to leave early, well, worry not. VOD will be up on Twitch right away and on YouTube in short order as well. Yeah, Homestuck is just, it's all over the place. What could it possibly be? Yeah, I know. I know, it's all of this shit. My computer has also just been having a really bad time. Oh. Sorry, I just realized I forgot that I opened another window in Firefox last night looking at crochet patterns. That also has like 30 or maybe, no, not 30, maybe 15 tabs open. I'm going to close it now because I don't think that I'm going to end up using any of those patterns. This is what happens every time I try to look for patterns. This is why I haven't started a new crochet project in months, because I look at a billion things at once, like, oh, that's too much, and then I just close everything because it's too much work to actually bother sorting through, like, anything. Okay. Hi. Oh, things are not responding. Hopefully OBS is still sending out a signal. We're just going to wait for my computer to start moving again. So, this is from July 1st. So again, I'm going to mostly skim this one instead of reading it in full because I read it in full. Even though it was a Chicory stream, I read it in full when it came out, and I feel like this is kind of old news by now. But, I mean, the biggest thing, of course, right at the top is James stepped down from his position and, you know, is stepping back from Beyond Canon, Hive Swap, any other projects. He's, like, fully out of the picture of anything, any of the official Homestuck projects. Wishing him the best, of course, as you did back when you first got this news. Still online, still available for commissions. He's doing music commissions. He's done a few live streams of working on commissions. Just no longer involved in the Homestuck side of things. With that news, we get Miles and Kim stepping into the director roles. Hello, Mixolity. Welcome. Yeah, so obviously Beyond Canon is still in amazing hands. It's all the exact same people as before, just not James anymore. So Kim and Miles taking over the head of things. And yeah, resuming updates in August, which we just saw. We'll get into those when we get into those. Another big project coming soon. Oh, baby, we know what that is now, which we will talk about in a hot minute. Oh, yes. Homestuck website update. happy to announce that we should hopefully be operational again pretty soon, so please stay tuned for that, and we'll keep you updated when it's finally back up and running. There's probably something about that in the next news post too, but yes. So that was... You forgot about all that? Yeah. It was a month ago, and also everything just blew up again. So, you know. But, yeah, so that little switch happened. I think that's kind of the Cliff Notes version of this one, just to keep things brief for the sake of this being kind of older news. And also, oh my god, there's so much to talk about today. If you're watching this on YouTube, any of the tabs up on the screen, all of those links will be in the description if you want to check out any of this stuff yourself. Stuff is going to go flying at the other end of our mind motors. Oh, yeah. But yeah, so that was from a month ago. And of course, the bottom alluding to Solix and Aradia makeship plushes. They are still available for purchase for anyone who would like to do that. Let me see. I'll just get the descriptions here, or the links for my description, and then they always have a cute little description. That's individual to the characters. Your name is Solix Captor. You are apeshit bananas at being a marketable plushie, and you know all the cuteness. All of it. You are the unchallenged authority on being stuffed with cotton. And though all your friends recognize your unparalleled achievements as a totally cuddly sweetie, you feel like you could do better. But that's a bunch of baloney, because he's perfect just the way he is. Maybe if enough of you guys pre-order him, you'll chip through that surly yet luxuriously soft exterior to the sweet, honeyed heart of gold at his core, and convince him that you are, in fact, still friends. Also, I desperately need access to a computer, so you'd really be helping me out. Hey, what the... 3 days until they fucking die again. Yeah, there's only, well, it's almost 4, like 22 hours. So approximately 4 days left to pre-order these. Oh, I have a video link. I will check that out. Hello, Aleph. Welcome. Just an idea of another thing to try out when the schedule opens up a bit. Ooh. Okay. Let me get that prepped for later, and then we'll come back to that. Okay. Main theme of ENA. It came out a couple months ago. Oh yeah, I think I can close this because this is just plushies are here. Oh yes, and people have been receiving their John and Vriska pre-orders as well. Aradia. Your name is Aradia Megiddo, and for the first time in your life, you are a limited edition plushie. You are also super adorable, and you intend to stay that way. This Maid of Time is actually made of cotton and fabric, but she's still on all our minds around the clock, so won't you give her a chance and pre-order her today? You could take her to a museum, educational, or a funeral, inappropriate, or you could simply let her frolic with all her friends on your bed. It's your choice. Very nice. Okay. So, is her hair more layered? I guess you could say that it is, yeah. I haven't looked super close at the other ones. Okay. Oh, right. There's some really minor spoilers for the beginning of Act 2 in this, so I might jump over a few paragraphs. Don't worry about it. Which way are her horns facing this time? They're twisting back, flat against the head. Aradia would love corpse party. Yeah, bring Aradia to your next family funeral. Haha. Gonna go. Good luck. Adios. Thanks for coming to say hi. We'll see you around, Corey. News post takes place after the update. Yes. So, yeah. How do I... See, yeah, prepping. There's so much stuff that things like this kind of fell under the radar, being like, oh yeah, I should probably check that first. Hurricane was too flat for you? I do agree with that. Yeah. Okay, Act 2, New Frontiers and more. So this is a little out of order, but we're just covering all of the official website stuff and then getting into like 20 bajillion other tabs that I have open. Okay. Oh, right. Let me just put this link in my links. And then, kept you waiting, huh? Miles here. Happy to announce that we are so back. Not one, but 2 updates in a 24-hour period. Oh, how we spoil you. As delighted and confused and trepidatiously anticipatorily intrigued as you must all certainly be, know that we're right there with you as we christen and launch Act 2, which we are not starting to read today. Ha. I can't lie. This is a moment we've been waiting for like 2 years. Holy fuck. It feels surreal to finally be here, but damn if it doesn't also feel amazing. I'm buzzing, the team's buzzing. I'd like to believe you guys are buzzing. And there's so much more to do. We're going to be updating at least twice a month now, perhaps more as we get back into the groove of being live, so that we do more of the much to do more quickly. Can you believe they let me write on this thing? Yeah, so I just skipped a bunch of questions that had to, or notes on the update that we're not even reading today. So we'll get there. But yeah, twice a month, which they did kind of talk about a little bit before, but twice a month, maybe more as they get into things. So I'm going to be seeing all of you lovely Homestuck people so much more frequently. So that's exciting. Anyway, as much as I could rant forever about Act 2, I do that all the time, pacing the halls of my apartment building, like some kind of incredibly nerdy banshee whispering sweet nothings to nobody, because it's all spoilers. So let's move on to some other exciting stuff that I can tell people, including a few things we've been teasing for a bit now. Maybe more, imagine. Ugh. First of all, let's talk about the Fruity Rumpus Asshole Factory, which as you can see, I've got like 4 different tabs open, which you may have seen featured on our socials. I'll start by linking to their much more robust About page here. I'm sure you're all wondering about it, but to sum it up, Fruity Rumpus Asshole Factory, or FRAF, is a fanwork collective working in tandem with Homestuck and /WhatPumpkin, and to a pretty limited extent, the Homestuck Independent Creative Union. To platform Homestuck fanworks, allow them to license and monetize, and hopefully promote all sorts of cross-project creativity in the Homestuck fandom. It's just now launching, and I expect it to grow and change a lot in the coming months/years as other fanworks join the league of fraffiliates in their beautiful new experiment. But it'll be a pretty great time, and maybe even a new frontier of Homestuck fanwork cross-pollination, and I'm super excited to see what they get up to. Oh, and also, FRAF brought the forums back, so I better see you all on there. You can read more on their site, so hustle over there right now. Okay. So I guess, well, I'll intermission. I'll swing into this. So this is from the Fruity Rumpus Asshole Factory Tumblr. They have a whole trailer here that's like, okay, I'll skip a little bit. It's over 2 minutes long. We're not going to watch the entire thing at once. But it's a really cool compilation of artwork from all of the involved fan works. Feels like it's been 3 years since I read this news post. Yeah. So, you know, we're seeing, yeah, like there's Burning Down the House, I believe. Anyway. You should all go watch that on your own time. We're trying to save time because it's already 10:30 and I have a lot to talk about, but very cool trailer. Let's take a look at the actual website. Some of you folks have probably already been poking around here. As you can see, I have created an account. I have not used it yet. just because I have been not feeling great, but I'm now doing better than I was the last 2 times I had to cancel stream, so yay. So all projects under the FRAF label are autonomous but have been given a free license by Andrew Hussey to jointly promote and monetize their project in coordination with each other and the Homestuck Independent Creative Union. So that's, again, the summary. Did they fix profile editing? I tried it and the site broke. Oh, I don't know. It was being a little wonky for me, but I was still able to, like, make it work. Let's see, can I open my profile? This is all that I have right now because I haven't really done much with it, but yeah, I was trying to do some like HTML or whatever, and I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm using the wrong coding language for this. I'll just come back to it another time. But yeah, here's the home page, and you can see here, sorry, I'm organizing all of my other links at the same time as I'm doing this. Yes, Autopraxis, Burning Down the House, Home Slice, Kitty Quest, Liminal Space, Loft Latched, Spurb.exe, Spicy Yeti, and Vast Error. As well as non-adventure projects like Befriend Us, The Fan Calendar, Friend Sim 2, cut off a little bit there, Project Sound Page, Strife Project, and Table Stock. Cool as hell. Yeah. Some of those I've talked about on here before. Some of those are new to me. They do have a very long opening. I don't think I'm going to read this entire thing aloud. It's a little bit long, but we'll get the gist. Still broken? Oof. Project Sound Page. We'll talk. We'll get there. Yeah. Okay. Grand opening and the long hello. And this is by Kevin. Hey everyone, surprise! We've been hard at work on this special little project for about a year now, and we're so excited to finally share the fruit of our labors. Welcome to the Free Rumpus Asshole Factory, a brand new Homestuck fan creator collective full of familiar faces from across the fandom. We're so lucky to be granted the opportunity to spread our license among all of the fanworks featured on this website, allowing them all a chance to monetize and promote their work under our Apple emblazoned umbrella. The Homestuck fandom is a truly special place. Every single creator featured on this site is so talented, and their work has helped make this community into a one-of-a-kind place for unbridled creativity that it is today, into the one-of-a-kind place that it is today. Even better, this is certainly not an exhaustive list. There are so many other incredible creators in this community, and you would be hard-pressed to find another fanbase capable of creating things they can. Consider this just a humble starting place. So, that's why FRAF exists, to allow creators a chance to support themselves off their work so that they can continue building this humble home for anyone who enjoys good, challenging fiction. Today, we start with this wave of creators who helped build this initiative from the ground up, but tomorrow, who knows? We plan to grow alongside this community, and we certainly have our eyes on Wave 2, but until then, browse the works we've collected. Every single one is unique, enthralling, and worth your time, we promise. Enough about what we are, it's time to talk about who we are. Meet the FRAF team who helped build this site, manage the launch, and assist our creators in monetizing, starting with our incredible director, Cami. Very excited. Cami's very, sorry, I'm skimming. Cami is very, is connected to Table Stuck and is very excited. Doc Zane, also connected to Table Stuck. Mainly working on the webpage and forum. Kevin. I've actually wanted the untamed wilds of original fiction for years, driven by the creativity fire that Homestuck lit under my career pants. Yes, communications manager, communications homunculus, and community manager. Kohi, of course, working with Beyond Canon and Vast Error. Working on infrastructure, CI/CD pipelines, and general DevOps, with some web dev peppered in where needed. Joyful Dreams, Act Omega, and the fan calendar is working with creators on merch. Miles, who we know, of course, Beyond Canon and the Union, is organizer, liaison, cultural ambassador, nebulous, public-facing ne'er-do-well, and a fan. And Victoria from Burning It Down the House and Vast Error is working on software development. There we go. Sorry, I'm like skimming as I go here. Hello, Stinky Bobinky, welcome. Old fan, OG Days, losing your mind at the trailer. Wondering if you could come here and freak out about it. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that in short order. We're kind of taking things in chronological order in terms of like when things were announced and when things happened. But we are absolutely going to get to that fucking trailer. But yes, welcome. Yeah, I am also from yonder days of the comics original run. And still fucking here. Okay, Fraff is our love letter to the comic and the community that made us into who we are. We've been so lucky to have the assistance from our fellow Homestucks over at the Creative Union who help us create this beautiful, ambitious, one-of-a-kind initiative. Of course, this project isn't just a landing page. We have a few other dealings for you to check out. Merchandise. Yeah, merchandise. Frapp has its own merch store shared between all our creators. If you're chomping at the bit to start financially supporting your favorite fan works, why not buy a t-shirt, a sticker, or a print? We have quite a few of these and more here. Last I looked, there was nothing related to the fan works yet, just some Fraff-specific stuff, but we'll check that out in a minute. Do you want to help keep the lights on at Fruity Rumpus HQ? Then consider some of our fruitier dealings. We have so much to offer and even more on the horizon, but honestly, parading all of this merch has tuckered me out. If we keep this up, I might need a power nap on this conveniently placed quest bed. Maybe later. You only got in around 2020. It was nearly 30. Quite the Johnny come lately. Fan work merch too, which is, well, it's a thing. I mean, like, yeah, sure, okay. Crab apple, yeah. Okay, let's just, yeah, because they just talked about it, let's look at it now. We'll just look at, oh no, there's more here. There's more here now than the last time I looked. 84. Oh my god, that's way more than the last time I looked. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the this is all autopraxis because it's alphabetic. Yeah, so this is the Asshole Factory originals, including, yes, the aforementioned Fruity Rumpus Asshole Factory thong for some reason. So that's that. Fun choice. But yeah, that has been updated. You can now get some neat stuff related to the fanworks. Oh, and lest we forget, we're making a forum. Emphasis on making. This is the Fraff team's crown jewel, a diamond already we've spent countless hours polishing and more than countless hours forming from sheer tectonic pressure. An entire forum built from scratch and designed for our special little corner of the internet. A gift just for you. It's a humble little diamond, still a bit rough around the edges, but given enough time, it can really shine. Speaking as an ignorant non-web dev, I am in genuine awe of the raw talent and dedication needed to create something of this magnitude. But as a humble spokesperson for Fraff, I must feign humility. It's what our team would want, unfortunately. If you, dear reader, feel the need to compliment them on the Herculean task they've accomplished, feel free to do so on the forum proper. As Sun Tzu says, posting is the greatest thanks of all. While you're there, why not check out our fanwork-specific boards from Spurv.exe all the way to Project Strife. We have a subforum for your particular community. Why not join some intelligent discussions or post some cute fan art? This is a place for Homestuck fans to find each other and grow as creatives and as people. Use it with love in your heart, and you'll find people who do the same. Just make sure you read the rules first, of course. Also free to talk about official Homestuck in the official sections if you're that sort of freak. Remember that comic? I heard that new actress started, actually. What's that? New aliens? A new planet? A new session? A PETA? That's scary. I don't know. Once again, we're getting there. Phew, that is quite a bit of news in our news post, don't you think? As we said earlier, FRAP has been a long process, and there's quite a bit of information to get off our chests. And the funny thing is that this is only the beginning. We have quite a bit left in the tank, and we hope you'll stick with us as we continue playing around. There's no Homestuck community without you. Any of you. It's strange to think about, but every single person who has worked on or around Homestuck that is not legally named Andrew Hussey was a fan. Just like us. Just like you. These characters and worlds have inspired all of us in so many ways, and every time we draw, write, compose, comment, critique, we're inspiring them right back. FRAF is here to support that give and take, and to accelerate it using an arcane thing called websites. So please enjoy our creators' fanworks, enjoy our forums, make some friends, make some posts, make some memories, and maybe, just maybe, make some works of your own. We'll be looking forward to it. Kevin. Wow! So that's really exciting. Oh, there is a direct link to this. I'm gonna use a direct link instead of... There. So, nothing but air and photosynthesis. I fucking wish. Here's that forum, which I'm gonna reload because I loaded this ages ago, so the stuff on the front page will be not current. But yeah, discussions about the FRAF forums. Of course, we've got the official stuff and the FRAF fanworks section as well. General section, of course, general creative works, general forum adventures, and the asshole factory for off-topic media and other sort of non-MSPA, non-Homestuck things to experiment with. I can't say too much else, unfortunately, because I haven't really been able to explore it. I was very mad that all of these exciting things happened last week when I was feeling like shit and not able to, like, do anything about it. But it is here, and I cannot make any other comments on it personally because I haven't really poked it other than making my profile. But, speaking of making a profile, though, when you're picking a username, if you pick specific Homestuck flavor names, I guess they did this kind of blocking of certain nicknames, or certain usernames, just to, like, stop there from being any, like, rat race to grab them, or, like, infighting or impersonation in some cases. But if you try to make your name Rose Rose, I'm sorry. I am so fucking sorry. If you try and make it Dave Cat, you get Dave saying, "Oh, we weren't really looking for a third." Series of ridiculous antics, which, of course, some kind individuals have, hello, are you gonna load? Put together in a Google Sheet oh my god, let me see if I reload this page. But here we go. It's they've put together a sheet of, like, you know, all the responses for chum handles, responses for actual names of characters, responses to ship names. Jesus fucking Christ, sorry, I just this one. Gamtab, can't sleep without holding on to a motherfucker. Shut up. Oh my god. They're very funny. Yeah. Banned word list. You get try again smartass if you try to be a smartass. Got some good stuff in here from Dirk about Homestuck proper titles. You know, all sorts of the different fan projects. Oh, spoilers for the most recent update, so we're not going to look at that anymore. But have we looked into Beyond Canon? Oh yeah, have we? That's what we're getting into, the latest update of that today. Well, the second latest update, technically. But yes. I have been streaming every single update of Beyond Canon since the beginning. If you are so inclined, there is a full playlist on my YouTube channel of every single update, and a lot of them have community news section like this if you're the kind of person who's interested in, like, you know, what was happening at the time of. Rose Cart, yeah, the cursor kind of cut the end of the N off. Completely in keeping with the spirit of the original comic. Nobody gets to call themselves what they want. Yeah. I got dibs on my username. I got my hashtag brand or whatever on lock. I am a Beyond Canon old head. Stupidest phrase ever. Yeah, one could say that, but I don't know if one would ever want to. Okay, so now we're getting into this. Now we're getting into the stupid part, because I couldn't. Unfortunately, I was like, I know this is gonna come up at some point, or someone will be like, "Why aren't you talking about this?" or whatever. Geo's fucking pile of garbage. I'm not gonna spend much time on it. Here, I'll use some posts that kind of give my brief opinion, and then we're gonna move on, because fuck that guy. Yeah, he released it on 8/8, but yeah, this is my introduction here is me saying I will not participate in online discourse. I will not participate in online discourse. This is because that was my initial response to all of this. Is I don't want to deal with any of this. But essentially, I tried for like 1 minute to read it, and then I was like, I'm not doing this to myself, because this is sensationalist, inflammatory, half-truths and or flat-out lies. Like, why does anyone give this guy any credibility anymore? You hate discourse, you hate discourse. Exactly. Yeah. Like, his dumb fucking Hive Swap articles have been point of contention for ages, because his sources are all malicious actors. And then he does this, and it's like, I don't even care about the details. I don't. Like, your sibling said it earlier today, and you thought you smelled a rat because they bought into it 100%. Yeah, it's really disappointing how many people are just, like, whole hog, like, in on this. The candy account? Yes. I remember that. Yeah. No comment to the moon. Yeah. Geo was fucking, of course. Yeah, no, I know that. Like, that's the other thing. Like, why are people giving Geo any credibility when he was a fucking leader in the harassment campaign against Kate Mitchell and the original Homestuck 2 team? Like, found it but didn't have time to read all that. Exactly. Who's reading all that? Not me. Cuz, like, this is a good description, basically, of, you know, skimming it and being like, Yeah, really funny reading circuitous and sparse excerpts of two parties negotiating NDAs and lawyers and so on, and the article's omnipresent narrative voice coming down from heaven to say, this is like when an abuser beats you and tells you it's for your own good. Like, oh, okay, I guess this is like when an abuser beats you and tells you it's for your own good. I was worried this was a months-long communication breakdown on the application known as Discord instead of that much more emphatic thing you said. Done. That's the first one, because there were two fucking articles. The other one, he tried to rip apart the creative union. Read like a madman's rambling. Yeah, like... So, that's that. Did I link this? No, I didn't copy this one yet. And in terms of the stuff against the creative union, multiple people involved have already come out saying he's fucking wrong. So, you know, oh yeah, and then all the stuff about media preservation and like, oh my god, guys. So from Miles, no, the unofficial Homestuck collection is not gone forever. There is a fork up right now. The Homestuck site itself is still being worked on and improved, and Andrew has no intentions of turning Homestuck into lost media. That's not going to happen. Homestuck is not going away or in any danger of disappearing, I promise. And this is not actually a hyperlink for some reason, but... we'll do that. Here is the fork. You can download it from that fork on GitHub. It's still there. They did not delete it forever or whatever. No, Fraff and the Creative Union are not Andrew's evil goons commanded by a shadow puppet master. I've already begun getting threats over this and also seen all kinds of accusations slung at me, the union, Fraff, even James. Jesus fucking Christ, people. So I'd like people to hear me out and not attack people over this. Gio, to his credit, has also emphasized this, which I appreciate, and I'd also emphasize I do not want people harassing Gio over this. I have no interest in starting a flame war. A more organized and receipt account of this whole thing from Homestuck's perspective may be coming in the coming days, though certainly not tonight. I'm not just talking out my ass here, but I also didn't exactly have presumably months to spend perfecting a gigantic article that positions me as the epic folk hero and other parties as the nefarious pawns of a shadow cabal, so sit tight for some other stuff. I don't really know that I'm going to have much or any part in writing that if it happens, besides offering any screenshots of my own. I'm of the opinion that Gio's article was pretty transparently not written out of a benevolent desire to protect Homestuck fans' access to the comic, and I anticipate that this post is going to be treated as something to refute, but it's a post. This is not like my counter article. Like I said, I'm not the guy writing one. I'm getting my perspective out because I think everyone has a right to hear it. And I'm not gonna, like, this is obviously really, really long. So I'm not going to be reading the entire thing. But just to cut down to brass tacks on both things and then move on to the one thing that everyone actually wants to fucking talk about, you know, like Cammy again coming in saying they did pick and choose from things I said to twist it into fitting their narrative, even if it wasn't much to twist. There wasn't much to twist. Some notable points I did explicitly clarify. Trying to read too fast. Some notable points I did explicitly clarify, but they excluded are that the list of works are not run by Andrew for approval, and we do not consult the union on the list out of any kind of requirement or social pressure. We were literally not ever even asked to. We asked for their input because we value their input. Additionally, he was very clearly trying to lead our conversation into anti-union sentiment and was, mid-conversation, trying to spin things I was saying towards being anti-union. He very clearly had a goal in our conversation and knew what he wanted to get out of it and wasn't particularly interested in anything that might conflict with it. So, okay, chat's blown up. People who say they disagree. The 90% rule holds true. Yeah. Well, when you write a fucking look, I have limited energy these days, as represented by the fact that I just had to take 2 weekends off because I was so sick I couldn't stream. I'm not wasting it reading inflammatory. Like, I've read quotes from it. I got the gist of what's going on. I skimmed it. you know, I understand that dampens my opinion or whatever, but, like, also fuck that guy. You buy Hussey suing to take down the Acid Pact because they've tried to do legal stuff before and there's mutual hatred there, but the attempt to drag Aisha and Kate back into drama 5 years after leaving Homestuck undermines any moral ground they could have. Oh my... Yeah. This probably could have been lessened if they actually linked to the GitHub page anywhere, because it took me a while to find out that it still existed before yesterday. I mean, I just Googled unofficial Homestuck collection, and it comes up in, like, the first result. Also, it would be really helpful if he didn't call it a takedown, because it's still there. It's just not, it's not true that it's not available anymore. People leaving to avoid drama seems to be an unfortunately common pattern. Both sides mishandled, and those leaving have a great point, but against my better judgment, I remain in hell. It's ridiculous long, but I've seen people imply they read it while they for sure didn't. Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not even gonna apply it. It's taken out of, like, they're hosting it. Your sibling also responded with a skull emoji when they saw Vivian Madrina was producing, but they got into parroting Gio's links before I could ask what they got against her, too. Oh my god. Yeah, so the Vivzy Pop thing is a whole other, hold on, no, I do have the link for this already, but also somebody asked for it to be put in chat specifically, so let me just, figure that one out. Geocaching going off, being able to host a zip file. Yeah. Just wanted to say you were here. Alright, well, thanks for popping in, Chris. Good to see you, and we'll see you around again another time. As someone who watched most existing Hasmonverse stuff, you're glad Vivzy's Pop is only a producer on this. Yeah, okay, I guess we're on to that now. We're moving on from Gio's hot pile of trash garbage fire. It does mean that it's now locked from updating. Never been able to find a yeah, I don't even know if I really want to get into that, because I have very vague memories of what people are upset about, and
Happy birthday,
like,
bro.
of course we have to.
I think it arrived, but
I'm sure you've all watched this like 30
times
times over by now,
him,
but
as you can well imagine.
like, this
not wearing one of your
looks
silly disguises, are
good
you?
to
It would be a
me.
shame to make a fool of yourself in front of a gentleman
You
such as
know,
your father.
Production value, it's there.
What's that?
You know, they're removed, you know, have tweaked a few things, embellished a few things, like the fucking anime fight with Dad. Just like her writing her comedy, but what people have been saying about her for years has been weird. Yeah. Like, maybe 5% of the stuff thrown at Vivzy is legit, but breaking that down ain't in the scope of this stream. Precisely! Hit the nail on the head, Aleph. I'm not fucking going into that shit. No. If you have any interest in that, go look up one of those fucking drama YouTube channels. There's a million of them. That's not what this is. So that's the trailer. That is what we have so far. Very petty. Pause when Dad knocks John back in the kitchen. It's not gonna. We're getting there, okay? There's. I was just about to jump back to this because this is the official, like, announcement post, on the Homestuck team Tumblr. So, that's right, Homestuck the animated pilot, brought to you by the incredible folks at Spindle Roo and featuring the talented of cast and crew below. Stay tuned for more. So, Hussey is not just, like, being credited as the creator of Homestuck. She's being credited as a writer alongside Sky Henwood, who is also the director. So, Hussey is on as a writer for this, okay? You know? the integrity of the original work is going to be respected. Reprising his role from The Baby Is You. Yeah, God, okay. We're getting there. Every time some drama comes up, it either fades out or gets counter-argued before you can get any sort of grounding. Yeah, I walked away. I saw the conversation happening in a Discord server I'm in, and I was like, I want to scream at you all so badly. I'm going to go play Animal Crossing. And then I went and I played Animal Crossing. Yo, side note, my Animal Crossing island was featured in a YouTube video. I'm going to link it because I'm excited about that. Lex Play is a YouTuber who does videos about island design. I submitted a part of my island for consideration for a video on island ideas that don't need custom designs. And not only did she show the one that I submitted, but also showed off 2 other parts of my island that I was not expecting. Very excited about that. That's really cool. I still need to actually comment on that video and acknowledge that. Anyway, that's not about Homestuck at all, and it's 11 o'clock. So, oh, thank you, Gwen. Okay, so yeah, and I know that there was a bit of discussion about this in the Discord, my Discord server earlier, as well as just in terms of like recognizing some of the names that are appearing on here. I haven't had the time to look up everybody. We've already talked about Vibsy Pop. We're not talking about Vibsy Pop anymore. Ben Jones is the animation director. Ash Beavers is background supervisor. Mel Shin, storyboard director. Hone is the art director. Hone, who did the art for the last few official 413 like collaboration events. Hillary Locke, production manager. Tom Reed, producer. Richard Horvitz as voice direction, which thank you, Max et al. In the server today for informing me that he did fucking Invader Zim. And the score for the music by Alexander Artson. But the trailer song does credit Toby Fox, Malcolm Brown, and Alex Rossetti. And I really hope that they are all able to do more music for the project, along with other artists. Michael Guy Bowman, of course, comes to mind first. But I really hope that they're able to get more of the original musicians back on for this project as well. Seems like this is just Hussey's small team and Vibsy Pop's animation team. But yeah, the cast as we know it so far is just, of course, as the chat has been very excited about, Toby Fox is voicing John Egbert, reprising his role from The Baby Is You. Toby will probably have at least one new original track or remix. Oh, for sure. Trailer song and not music. I know, I thought I got that mixed up too. But yeah, that does just credit the trailer song specifically. Horvitz is on her voice team too. Crediting them because it's remixing their songs, so probably it's just Toby. I don't know. I haven't checked the social media accounts for any of these individuals to see if any of them are saying anything either. But yeah. Rose. Let's look up, well, look up the names of the voices, because a few of those are some pretty big names. IMDb. Oh, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed is immediately being shown to me for Cherami Leigh's credits. Oh, did a voice in Date Everything. I'm not gonna stream that one. It's really fucking long. But interesting. Oh, some voice work on Miraculous Ladybug, Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma. I'm cherry picking here a little bit. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive, Blue Exorcist, Bleach. Cool. They haven't said anything? Okay. Michael Cusack plays a recurring guest role in Hello Boss, if there's any Aussie characters. Don't hold your breath about Bone. He's been tweeting all day and it's bad. Okay. I'll look at that later. The time is getting on, but I'll look at that later. Fire Emblem 3 Houses is the Space Lizard Pope. Yeah. Now, the voice of Jade Harley, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, that's the current voice of Miles Tails Prower in a bunch of Sonic things, I think. Talking about his treatment by the official team. Oh, dear. The movies. Okay. Voice of in the movie. That's like they're getting big. This is like kind of big names on here. Why did I close that window? I need that window to be open again because I don't recognize Adam MacArthur. And we're going back to IMDb. Did we discuss this one? I don't recall if we discussed this one. Okay, another one in Date Everything. Kaiju number 8. Let's see. Palia in the game. Jujutsu Kaisen, Curse Clash. Jujutsu Kaisen, yeah. Bungo Stray Dogs. Nice. And Brandon Winkler, they have credited for Carcat. I didn't spell his name wrong, and it's not INCK earlier. Oh no, that is the guy. I was it made me think of she's the only one retained for the movies. Adam MacArthur probably was known for Marco Diaz and Stars of the Forces of Evil. Right, we did that one. Yeah, I'm a little sad that they weren't able to get Casey Mongillo or Justin Briner because they literally did Carcat voice acting back in the heyday, and that would have just been so perfect. But yeah. Demon Slayer video game also, and Rune Factory 3 Special video game also. So that's a little look at that. Would die to be Carcat Bungle. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what kind of, like, industry stuff or, like, people contracted to different companies or, like, different, whatever may have been getting in the way of something like that happening. I don't like this. Smash cut. I don't like this. And I think it was a bad decision. So that's that. It goes long enough to cover Bepharos. There's only one roller puzzle that basically have to get on board or they'll be torn apart. Dante Basco. Yeah. Dante Basco did voice work for Date Everything as well. Given that they got 2 other cast members from that project on here, things are looking up. But I don't like this. And that's kind of all I have to say about it. Look, I watched one episode, the first pilot episode of Has Been Hotel when it was posted to YouTube, and I was like, I think that all of this humor is in extremely poor taste. And then I just stopped paying attention to everything ever. Homestuck 2.0, shut up. Yeah, this is Homestuck 2.0, is whatever the fuck is going on over here. They've got Hell of a Boss guys in Homestuck style and Homestuck guys not in Hell of a Boss style, thank fuck, just in their, like, chosen art style for the show. And I don't know why they've got a bunch of these, like, collab icon posters and shirts and stuff. I don't know why they have singled out Carcat and this one guy for a t-shirt. Anyway, I don't like any of this. So, I'm just gonna close it. So this trailer also, it aired as a YouTube short under GalaxyCon with an opening from Vivzy Pop, being like, hey guys, take a look at the cool thing that we just made.
I'm Vivian Madrano, creator of Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. Check out this exclusive trailer that we just made, and it gives you a taste of the exciting things to come.
Happy birthday, bro.
So we're gonna skip the rest of it because it's the same. I don't know if this one's been going around quite as much, but what it adds is I think the pilot itself is I can't tell if the pilot itself is airing at a GalaxyCon event or if they're just going to have the trailer and talk about it more. My guess is that when they do this, this is when we'll get a release date, because as of now, there's still no release date, or even like a year. So my guess would be that it's maybe gonna be next weekend in San Jose, or in September in Iowa. In terms of when we get more information about this. Oh, they're the assholes that everybody loves. I don't love that guy. I don't know that guy. I want him to get away from Carcat. And everyone in universe hates. Oh, except people love Carcat in universe also, mostly. You still need the trailer where they play Showtime slowly on a very somber, heavily reverbed piano interrupted by Inception bombs. Yeah. So that's that, really. We could frame by frame this. There's a few I've been a part of a lot of conversations about like what they could change, what they could keep the same. It's obvious that they're truncating some things. Where is it if I can find? So we see here John is on a cell phone. So it appears, for example, that they may have like converted pester logs into phone calls for the sake of the medium. Change that makes sense for what it is. What else was in here? Oh, what was that frame? I think it was Mixolity earlier. You were telling me to look at a specific frame of the trailer, and I have not gone back to look into that yet. Oh, right. And that was another example in another server. Someone brought up, like, Dave telling John to look at the sky does not happen in the comic. So there's already a few tells as to, like, how they're shortening things. Like, all the Solidex shenanigans are probably just not going to be there at all. As an example, to kind of trim some fat off of how meandering the early acts are. Kitchen, start of the strife. So, like, here. I don't know what I'm looking for. When John gets knocked back by the cake. Nice, smear frames. What am I looking for here? Is it just that the word doesn't quite make sense? What am I looking for? They do some cool perspective stuff. Clearest is docimite, right? Yeah, the word is not a word. So yeah, okay, they've got some placeholders to fix in there. Oh, Dote Smite, yes. Yeah, also people are noting that this is not in Karkat's actual house. This is the room that he's shown in his introduction, his very, very first panel that he appears in, and then we never see him there again, and we don't know what the fuck this room is. Type of rent center. Yeah, well, that seems like an easier thing to fix. From the end of the intermission. Yeah, that's what I was referring to. Anyway. Okay. Oh, I never closed this. That needs to close. The Sky is Alternia there? Yes. Yes, they did. The Sky is Alternia. Karkat handles conflict just as badly because he's small chat. Talking about that show I don't know anything about. Another mistake? In some... Alright, the tabs are closed. Oh, yes, that is Crab Sprite, but the Sky is Alternia, so it doesn't quite... Well... Wasn't... No, Crab Sprite would have happened before they entered the medium. Otherwise, it wouldn't have affected the king. X-Nails always start after they enter. Yeah. Clearly more than a few small details have changed. I mean, some of this could just be... Like, I don't think that the Sky is an error because Crab Sprite... Grab prototype, enter medium sprite, hatches, gains tail. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because it's a sprite and not just like the flashing icon thing. Okay. Yeah, well, we'll see where it ends up. For now, we're gonna take 5 before... Except double prototypes for some reason. Yeah, double prototypes... Maybe that... Yeah, I think that's where I was getting that mixed up. Because the double prototypes do properly... sprite form or whatever before entering. I guess because maybe when it's like when that happens, that is the final. No, but then that doesn't make sense with the sprites that we see later in the comic. Whatever. We're getting very deep in the weeds on this. Just a shot for the trailer, not super important. Yeah. 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 Sprites. Well, we're not seeing any of those today, per se. But we are going to check back in with the intermission here. After a 5-minute break, I'm going to rest my voice. That was a lot of reading and a lot of talking. I will rest, and I will return. Okay, hi. This and the new Deltarune chapters. Oh my god, I am in the beginning of chapter 4 now. That's my Deltarune update. It's been 3 weeks since I gave a Deltarune update. That's my Deltarune update. I'm in the beginning of chapter 4 now. Wow. Good free game. Just getting caught up on chat. No, I haven't been. I was not talking while muted this whole time. I went to refill my water and then I got distracted. Anyways, thank you for the song request, Max. And let me get my fucking window open again. Right, I'll copy that for my document. Oh, congrats, thank you. Yeah, it's yeah, I won't go too in depth because I know it will be spoiler territory for some. Chapter 3 felt shorter to me. I didn't enjoy it as much as chapter 2. And I feel like a big part of that was the really long segments without save points in the beginning. I greatly disliked that. No matter how fun they were, like, that was to me. So, but yeah, good game. Still, what? Are
you muted now?
Am I? No. Other people can hear me. Your phone not working? Sorry, brother's having technical. Yeah, I'm getting responses from people in chat, so I think I'm live. Don't you just have that style? I just might like it less. Yeah. Yeah, it felt like shorter and smaller. But yeah, now I'm on chapter 4 and I just got back to the castle town. I have thoroughly, deeply, and wholeheartedly enjoyed the introductory segment so far. And I guess, and I'll cut it there so that we don't end up getting too detailed. Also because we still have to read the actual fucking update. How about that, right? Doing the thing that we said we were here to do. So, last we left off, we finished the addendums. Hope I enjoyed Togor. Is that the ship name for Toriel and Asgore? Every scene that they're both in at the same time is, like, physically painful. And that's my thoughts on that right now. Sounds problematic. Well, then let's get problematic. It's... What? Is that a... Hold on. Is there a meme I'm missing? Is that the weird Asgore face edit that I've seen a few places? I've been trying not to look at... Like, I have Deltarune tags blocked on a bunch of my stuff. But I watched, like, 3 videos about Chapter 3 on YouTube, and now the algorithm is just like, you want spoilers for Chapter 4? Here's a bunch of spoilers for Chapter 4. Here's a video with big spoilers right in the thumbnail. Here, look at this. Fandom meme. Okay. Got it. Yeah, so I'm having to be really careful about YouTube now. Anyway, intermission time. Hours in the past. Last we saw... Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. I had the perfect frame queued up and everything. Anyway. Do I even need to show you this? You all know. Last time we saw Spade Slick, he was fucking in a giant mech. Why didn't that pause when I... The Asgore face thing is technically a spoiler, but it's so drenched in memes and theories it doesn't actually spoil anything. Is there a Noelle face that's the same? Because I feel like I've been seeing this one Noelle face on Blue Sky a bunch. I reposted art and then not realizing it was part of a thing, and then I saw the same kind of style a few more times. And I was like, oh, is that actually like a whole thing? Flashes is yes. This week. Way too fast. Too much happening. Man, it was just literally just the last 2 days though, even. Like last weekend and this weekend. Holy shit. Not sure which one. Okay, like there's like 5. That doesn't surprise me. But I'll pull up just the one that I had reposted. It's right there. This one. This is the one that I reposted without realizing that it's like maybe a thing. Drops new in-jokes on a daily basis. Damn, I gotta finish this fucking game so I can stop unblocking, or so I can stop blocking all of those tags. So I can unblock all those tags. Not a spoiler. This guy is a spoiler though. I know that. I've seen him a bunch of places. This fucking Starman or whatever the fuck his name is. Don't tell me. But this face I've seen like a bunch of places. Don't look at that page. Okay. This. Yeah, so this is the last time we saw Face. Like, he was piloting a mech, he got his head chopped off, he's dead. Hours in the past. Starwalker's from chapter 1? How much of that game did I miss? What? Every appearance of the... I guess I just haven't been paying enough attention. He's a secret friend. Yeah, I've been, you know, thorough, but not like spending hours harassing every corner of the map thorough. Okay. Our intermission takes us to the moon with Jane's laser, Jane's manor, and the Felt. Newbert? I've heard of Newbert, but no, I guess I don't know about Newbert, do I? Will you finish already so I can close this tab? Right, because this is... I mean, the Snapchat... We've been over this before, right? The Snapchat story. The Felt making their way to the moon. The Prospitians want to make the moon look like there's some Prospit. Jane gets kidnapped on the moon and decides to make the Felt her minions, basically. And then so that's why the moon is the shape that it is. Back into chapter 1 as part of the bit. Newbert isn't even a secret friend. You gotta pass by him twice to reach the end of chapter 2. I don't know why he's ignoring you. I might even know... Hold on, let me just... Oh, I know Newbert. Newbert's in my castle town. Yeah, I know Newbert. I was like, I know that name, but I can't picture a character, but I know Newbert. I enjoy Newbert. Anyway, these guys blew a fucking hole in the moon. I'm gonna close this, all of this now. Another mission gone horribly awry. Who'd have guessed? Well, everybody, in hindsight. Whose bright idea was it to let any of these idiots try their hands at engineering? You're surprised the damn thing even fired. So this is Crowbar. Hello. Doze. In the kitchen. I kept this, I have the fucking page for the Felt open because I skimmed the names another time before opening this. So let's see if skimming the names twice was enough to make me once again remember the name of every member of the Felt. You've all been under new management for 20 odd years and not one of you has gotten an ounce smarter. You'd think all this free time might represent a chance to better yourselves, maybe pick up some hobbies, but you've started to suspect you aren't built for that. This is a team of goons. They aren't built for engineering, or white-collar crimes, or gerrymandering. They're built for fucking gooning. Gooning, indeed. Return of the overlay color on normal house photo, yes. I mean, it's the Felt residence, or it's the Felt's current place of residence. Of course, it has to be overlay color on normal host photo. And of course, this is Jane's blue, Jane's signature blue, because this is her domain. To top it off, not a single member of this sorry circuit has croaked in what feels like forever. Things used to be exciting. You all used to drop like flies on the daily and then come back nightly like a dinner your stomach didn't agree with. You miss those days when everyone died all the time. Oh, right, so that's Clover, of course, number 4. Number 11... I think that's number 3 on the floor is Finn. Trying to remember. Number. Same thing we do every night. Itchy goon. Fine, I'll check the fucking reference. Matchsticks. Oh, and that's not Finn, that's Trace. Oops. Clover, Matchsticks, Trace, Crowbar, from left to right. The new boss took all the guns, all the jujus too. You've taken to carrying around a normal crowbar just to feel something, but it isn't the same. All she left your outfit was this giant laser, and you weren't even allowed to point it at each other. And now it's busted. Maybe that's why the big lady downstairs even let you make that oversized oven, because it's stupid garbage. Dames always knew how to play suckers like you. You know how it is with dames. And this, of course, I'll put the link. The image is broken. Fingers crossed for the resurrection of Homestuck.com. But, yeah, ironically, for all that shit talking about Geo, I am about to use the unofficial collection again. This is the wrong tab. And now it's not responding. Please. Please go to the right tab. This is the wrong image. Oh, I just realized something that I forgot to... That's fine. I forgot to set something up beforehand, but... I'll just do it on the fly, and it'll still work well. This is what I was trying to get to. This is... The image at the top of the clock is, of course, the Jeff Foxworthy poster that Jane has in her bedroom. And it's drink Croco-Cola instead of Coca-Cola. Are those two under the same parent company or something? I feel like I wouldn't be surprised by that. Also the one from the original Felt Mansion. Oh. if you have a link or a page number, please do tell. I would love to be able to pop that up on screen. I just found that one quick because that was the first use of it that came to mind, and also the easiest one to find. Turn a bedroom poster into a corporate branded grandfather clock. You might be a corporate overlord. Yeah. 1159. Okay. Um 1159. Let's get the reader back up on screen. Aha, yes. What is under the rug is much worse than any trap you can imagine. It's a member of a species that you do not recognize with a ghastly furred upper lip. Nice, nice. Okay, so that was... yeah, I've been putting links to homestuck.com in the description of the videos just so that, like, when the website comes back, they will be there as placeholder so that there is still a link to follow to find the exact page in the comic. The strange creature with the hairy lip. Yes, okay. Is what you would say if you knew more dames than you could count on one hand, which isn't many when you only have 4 fingers. You miss the old boss, too. Not that working for him wasn't a royal pain in the ass. The guy was a certifiable lunatic, but at least shit was shaking when he was around. It was a good couple eternities. It feels like all of you are still waiting for some kind of reset now, a chance out of this lunar lockdown. It'd be great to have a free shot at it all again, to get back to what actually matters. Scheming and plundering and general mayhem. Business as usual. Remember heists? Snowman used to love heists. You miss Snowman. You even miss time travel. What clock are y'all looking at? I'm looking at the stream runtime. I'm looking at the clock tab. Oh, on the clock itself. Doi. Yes. Yeah, it does look a little more like 107 and 20 seconds. Or 10 seconds, sorry. You ask the clock if it's lost its damn mind. It doesn't answer on account of being a clock. Typical. Time travel is terrible. And coming up from behind, is that cans? Do we have a cans? No, that's Sawbuck. I'm doing pretty badly with this. Maybe the time has no significance for once. I doubt it. When they show a clock, it's always very pointed. So, good catch. You miss back when you thought you had choices, even though deep down you always knew better. That's the problem with time travel. You never really get to choose. The only choice is to live or to die. Fuck this. You're putting in your 2 weeks' notice. You've wasted the greenest years of your life on these goddamn bums. You want something new, something different. Okay, so here's the part where, here, let's use this error page as a background. I isolated the oh my god, sorry, I'm trying to like do stuff at the same time as talking, and that doesn't always work out. I isolated into PNGs a single frame from each whack, except for the one that is just... Ooh, we're dropping shit downstairs. That's not what I intended to put there. I didn't mean to put the actual GIF. Let me size this like this. See, wow, it's just like it's inside the panel. And now I'm gonna change the image because I didn't mean to pull up the original GIF again. Okay, so the room that they're in the manor, we've seen. Okay. So Sawbuck is the one where if you hit him, you go to different timelines or something. Hold on, I gotta see. This is, you know, the facade. It kind of loses its touch when I start trying to go to other tabs. Sawbuck. I click Sawbuck. It takes me to the page for Sawbuck. I'll put the link for Sawbuck's wiki page in the YouTube description and go back. Okay. Biography. Caliborn session, intermission, X6, skills and abilities. Whenever Sawbuck takes physical damage, he and his attacker are both sent to the same random point in the current timeline. Damage done by the removal of the weapon from his body also triggers this effect, though relatively non-damaging attacks such as unconsciousness brought on by asphyxiation do not. Yeah, so hurting him causes the two of you to travel through time. Interesting, the specification is a different point in time on the current timeline. So, once again, here's the first place that they flash to. We have joining the party. Sorry, I can't, hello? There we go. Sorry, my computer is computering. I'm just gonna fucking cheat. So joining the party is eggs and itchy? No, that's a bigger number. Biscuits? Eggs and biscuits make sense. Yeah, with the line on the hat. Yeah. Joining the party is eggs and biscuits. I cannot otherwise tell what the fuck is happening here. It looks like there's some kind of lightning shit. But also everything is purple. Black Mesa anti-mass spectrometer from Half-Life. Oh, like the whole background is? Oh yes, bisexual lighting for these very bisexual leprechauns. Not even joking, that is literally what the recolor is. Okay. Oh shit, Half-Life is canon for realsies on Earthsea. God, I'm totally ruining the illusion by having to go back to the fucking wiki page. I'm gonna pull the wiki page out so that I don't have to keep, that wasn't supposed to go on screen yet. Hold on, I need to write. Okay. Next image, we get them flashing to here, which looks like maybe in the past on the moon while they were building the mech head. Because that's, again, Sawbuck, Crowbar, Itchy, Finn, and who's the red top hat? Matchsticks? No. Trace again? Yes. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. This is them building the mech on the moon. Nope, not 1, 2, 3. Sorry. 1, 3, 5. Itchy, Trace, Finn. Open up the Half-Life 2 opening. That's literally it. It's the Resonance Cascade. I see. recognize those polygons anywhere. He's a highly trained professional. The future trail. I don't know why we can see it. He's not there, but we can. He is there. He's just behind. He's behind Itchy. You can see the top of his hat. Yeah, you can see the top of his hat behind Itchy. But yeah, the third one looks like perhaps another location in the manor. Kind of hard to tell where, but we've got, yeah, once again, matchsticks, crowbar, stitch, quarters, and cans. Nothing starts with miniatures are orange, yeah. Tracy's the past, which is the red, yes. Yeah, quarter stitch and cans, and this is somewhere in the Felt Manor. So it's Jane's moon building, which is basically the new Felt Manor at this point. But this one you can't really tell if it's past or future like the others, but figure the red hat was part of the trail. Could be. Now if I... Goodbye. Yeah, so that's what's happening with those. I'm gonna put my felt tab back just because it will be easier for me to look at when it's like this. Okay, fuck this. You're putting in your 2 weeks notice. You wasted some of the... Did I read this already? I don't think I did. I think I just jumped right into the image stuff. Oh, fuck this. You're putting in your 2 weeks notice. You've wasted the greenest years of your life on these goddamn bums. You want something new. Something different. And there's Clover flirting up a storm. See, this is exactly what you're talking about. Amorose little creep has nothing better to do now. But it's gonna be a hot day on the moon before you let any amount of existential ennui drag you to that level. This insatiable pervert might have danced his way into the rest of the boys' reach-me-downs, but you'll never give him the satisfaction. You've been avoiding this kind of workplace entanglement for countless lifetimes. You can't break now. Unless. Oh, hi, matchsticks. Yeah, I have a fucking difference in image quality between these guys. Yeah, quite the stare down here. He's blushing. Crowbar, are you gonna go for it? Oh my goodness. Crowbar doesn't shit where he eats. That's the way to put it, yeah. You get the hell out of there. Self-control. He's like, hold on, I'm getting sucked in and I'm getting out. So in his inventory, we have the normal crowbar, a 7-ball, two machine guns. I'm not a gun person. I cannot identify those more specifically. And an 8-ball. And of course, the transforming inventory. So it's the inventory itself is a set of cue balls in the setup tray or whatever the fuck you'd call it, the triangle bracket. But when he pulls it out, you know, all the slick they've got, you know, they're like battle drobe and like those sorts of things. It just looks kind of like a tackle box to me, which is weird because I don't even fish. Like, or maybe like a toolbox or something. You know the kind of vibe I mean, though, right? Looking at that box, I feel like I'm missing like something because all of their inventories are so specific, but this one feels more. It feels more generic, but maybe it's not. I don't know. I also think it is extremely important to acknowledge the 8-ball in his pocket, because, like, yeah, okay, he has the 7-ball, he's the 7-ball guy, but the 8-ball, that thing did some heavy lifting in Homestuck. Maybe a tackling box? Ooh, that's good, yeah. But yeah, this guy's got the last ball to sink to win the game. Logging that as an important fact in the back of my brain. Oh, yes, and this was the other page that I had. I'm sure I think there might be other Michael Cera's in Homestuck, but this was the other page that I had open that was open on the wrong thing when I flashed up the reader before. It's the hallway Sarah. And he misses Snowman. He does. Wager a guess that those billiard balls aren't really billiard balls. Yes. Exactly. The item card glitch the main character had. I'm gonna get Holly Sarah off the screen now. Midnight Crew, duh. Oh my god, I'm all over the place. But yeah, yes, the item card glitch that the Midnight Crew had, as with their, like, inventory system as well, where things look different when you capture log them. But yeah, that's fascinating. Hallway Sarah has graduated to full color, and a mustache. That's a recent Sarah. Yeah, like this has got to be a significantly more recent picture of Michael Cera, because, like, I know he's known for kind of perpetual baby face, but he does actually look older, and I don't think it's just the mustache. Oh yes, now we get a good look around the Neo Felt Manor. Felt Manor Neo, however we could call it. Another view of Earthsea and some nice big Crocker Corp banners. An extra canonical Sarah. Yeah. I did actually try to blow up this image and see if I could get more detail out of it, but this is full size. This is it. There wasn't anything else I could find. So, you know, he's going downstairs. He's lying down on a therapy couch. It just looks like a therapy room to me, with, like, the you know what I mean, with the lie down couch like that and the chair set up next to it. The fire, oh, is that a fireplace? Oh man, now I'm thinking about B-stars. I don't want to think about B-stars. Yeah, some kind of lounge type area. Down more stairs. Lived on post HIC arriving. Yeah, true. Jeez, this place is bigger than you remember. Admittedly, you try not to spend too much time wandering around. The colors are all wrong. Too easy on the eyes. You feel like you've been schlepping for ages, though. Shouldn't you be outside by now? Hey, what the hell's this? What the hell is this indeed? And the website theme changes, and what is this art style? Is this genuine comic panels? Crowbar on a checkerboard stage? Coming out from behind a big red curtain, and who is this intriguing silhouette? The show's not over yet, folks. Not by a long shot. For those just tuning in, you're just in time for another special segment. I've completely forgotten what my Nepeta voice was. It's been so long since I've had to read for Nepeta. I don't know if that's even what I did before, but Look who's back. Ladies and gentlemen, you may know this next guest as Mr. Number 7 himself, the third man in charge. Please welcome. Okay, so there's okay. So this is like, we're looking at talk show setup, right? We've got Nepeta's at the mic, dressed in the suit, looking all fancy. We've got the stage with the spotlights, with the desk with a chair, and the lounge chair that looks like it's been scratched up by a cat. The TV screen looking thing in the middle that's shaped like a cat head, and of course we've got a very elaborately framed image of the quadrants up above. Although, yeah, because I'm looking at, and I'm thinking about like, it's arranged a little different than the original image because it's on an X instead of on like a plus. That makes sense? Ooh, woos. Yes, I will. Thank you, Max. Oh, and a YouTube link to something. Oh. This is heard people saying that this Nepeta is mask. What do you think? This is reminding me to go watch this video again because this is just the soundtrack. But that opening video is really, really fucking funny. I mean, sure, wearing a suit generally, wearing a suit generally is more masculine attire, right? Exactly, because the scene is a separate file. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we've got, so we're seeing like the talk show stage, and we're zooming out now to an entire crowd of just Nepeta. So like, and we still, like, where is this? What? Because the dream bubbles are gone. Right? Or, no, but there was still the bubble that they went to. No, but that was in meat. That wasn't in candy. But, I don't, look, y'all. I'm just gonna keep reading. The ghosts all fell in. Oh, you're so fucking right. This could totally still, because all, like, yeah, they just kind of like dropped that in the epilogues, and they haven't really come back to it yet, because how the fuck are they supposed to? What the fuck? So, okay, yeah. The bullshit bubbles. Yeah, this is, okay, so this is probably wherever the fuck all of the ghosts ended up. All of the Nepetas have decided to congregate in one place. Also, just noting that, like, I immediately was able to clock this as Haven's drawing style, Haven's art. Gorgeous once again. I love all of their little pinchy happy faces and all of the different outfits that they're wearing. Like, 10 out of 10. Seems like someone missed his cue. No need to be embarrassed, though. Everyone has been so excited to meet you, Quobo. What the fuck? And then he's looking over and he's seeing the fucking comic panel. So we're on that type shit. He's seeing the comic panel. Feels like a belated birthday present to make up for your birth sign trope being killed off. Yeah. Well, a lot of people have very strong feelings about the fact that Nepeta got canned so early. If anything, the plot point awakened this place. Interesting. Or maybe, or I see that was in response to maybe Vriska awakened this place. Could be those reactions in tandem. Yes, a whole auditorium full of beautiful, beautiful cat girls. You aren't too sure if the sentiment is returned. Who the fuck are these dames? How did they know your name? No one is supposed to know your name. Don't worry, all answers will come in due time. Now get that wump over here. Let's chat. Huh? And this creature... Chat? You're not a chatting man. You're a man of contracts, unasked questions, and whacking guys off. Oops, I'm sensing some animosity. Will, Mr. Gamby, would you mind giving our friend a hand to his seat? Yeah, Crowbar, I think that Crowbar is actually noticing the squares. Feels like Hussey deliberately stoked by shit-talking her specifically every chance that he got. Like, oh, you mean he might be, like, gymming the offstage? I don't think so, because it doesn't, like, we can't see, like, in any of these pages, like, that's a wall. From where he's standing, I guess it's implied he's looking more this way, so maybe there is an opening this way that he could be looking into. But I think, because that to me looks like he's staring directly at the text box that says, what the fuck? That line of sight there. Yeah, Mr. Gamby. Oh, speaking of, Nepeta, though, that is why I had this open. Some people have been saying, that this was perhaps, perhaps Hussey knew that this was coming, so that's why this is, because this is from her, like, photo shoot in this really elaborate church, where he put a petition to the Mother of Perpetual Help for return to good health and just drew Nepeta on it. So I saw someone saying that this was maybe the connecting to this, or like hinting at this, or like being cheeky or whatever, which is very funny to me. Oh my god, all the tabs are closed. We're almost at the end. Has he... Oh, we don't know that. Square bubbles is two separate ones of him. Oh, of him, like, repeating what the fuck. That could be another option, but I don't know. We're in a very weird meta space right now, so I feel like... Yeah, sorry, I'm getting caught up with chat. Reverse aging. Yeah, I don't know. Not my business to speculate on, but clearly out there living their best life. Abso-fucking-lutely for sure. Clearly living your best life right now. Like, yeah, all those fits. Excellent choices. But yeah. Gamby. I don't know what the fuck is up. I've seen some people call it like a fandom woobified version of Gamzee. I mean, the horns are are they pretty much the same? I feel like they're pretty much the same as Gamzee's horns. But like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this guy. Oh, I guess the face paint is the same too, isn't it? I mean, it's very cartoonized, but you think it's Ella Versi? Oh, you think it's like a Versi type situation. Interesting theory. Right, so Gamby's showing him to a seat. Thank you, my darling. Thank you. Oh, the comma's in the wrong place there. Thank you, my darling co-host. Our esteemed guest hasn't been told the rules yet. We'll get to that part later, too. For now, make yourselves comfortable, and welcome to the Fanontinuum. The name of this talk show and whatever the fuck it is gonna be about. Crowbar's hat has been stolen by Mr. Gamby. That is an excellent Nepeta, also. We got clap, 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 clap. But first, a word from our sponsors. Oh, the Crowbar trying to make a run for it, and Gamby fucking clotheslining him, choking him out with the crowbar. And what's that? A living Nepeta? We'll be right back. End intermission. So that's the intermission, and that's the end of our reading for today. So there's a lot here. We're getting descendants. Oh, jeez. That's a word. I mean, it's fitting. It's good. It's good. It is what it says on the tin. All I know is we've had an announcement of a collab between Hussy and Vivzy Pop for 8 hours, and we've already got an imp in Homestuck. Okay, this update came out before all of that, and also those two projects are not connected to each other. I don't want to start any more rumors. There's already some dipshits out there saying that, like, Hussy partnering with Vivzy Pop was, like, a deliberate move because they know how much people hate Vivzy Pop and are just trying to, like, spite the fandom or some shit. Like, the depths that these people are going to. Can I just say thank you all for being, like, super cool people, because I was kind of bracing myself for, like, a little bit of a shitstorm trying to have those conversations today, but y'all were, like, super chill. So thank you for that. Something small, but it might be with the shape the arrow makes on the right side of the logo. It bends back so that it wraps around, right? Is that what you're referring to? Yeah, only Gamby gets to do violence. Say this on the end of an Eric Andre reference. Those same people hate us already. Yeah. Oh, I really hope that they do Eric Andre type shit with this. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's brilliant. Yes, they have to. Please, please, please do the most Eric Andre type whack-ass bullshit ever. Oh my god, I'm thinking of, because the most recent Eric Andre thing that I saw was that clip that was going around Tumblr of him driving his desk across the stage asking Lil Nas X as he was working on his songs. The shape on the right, it comes up later too, but it's a pretty simple shape. It might be a coincidence. A tiled 3x2 grid. Oh, I see. Like, they put 3 equal signs over here. Right, because the Act 2 is 3 equal signs before the greater than sign. People hate people hate all of them. It don't matter. They got nothing to lose. Yeah. So this isn't a live Nepeta. Which could mean nothing, but it could mean something. I've seen some people saying they feel like this is like an alt Nepeta somehow. So I mean, I thought, is Dave Peta a separate ultimate than Nepeta? I thought that Dave Peta contained. Oh, but then there's Dave Peta alt, but then also Candy alt Dave in the robot suit. So I guess there can be more than one version of an ultimate self. Maybe it's an exception for the case of the sprites. I don't know. Considering she's completely altered the makeup of the comic. Also a good point. Yeah. I will, there's so much to say about this. Like, there's so many different directions to go with this conversation. I will admit, I have not done enough reading about this. This was like, I got to the point in stream prep where I was finally putting together the resources to link to while reading this. And I was just like, it was so close to time. I was right down to the wire, and I was like going cross-eyed trying to read all this shit. So like, there's lots of really good posts out there with different theories. If you just search, because it's such a unique word, if you search Fanantinuum on Tumblr, it actually does pull up a bunch of relevant posts. So that is a good place if you are interested in reading more on theories about what the fuck is happening here. And Fafetta. Yeah. Yeah, Nepeta's just got some weird side shit going on. She died, but she got better. Goddamn, they're all closing their eyes. Yep. This is the only Nepeta whose eyes we actually get to see. Jen? Mr. Gamby reminds you of Jen? I guess with the purple and the clown makeup, yeah. Okay. We're almost half an hour over. I mean, I started 10 minutes late, but we're almost half an hour over. So I'm gonna say that's our day. Excellent. Oh, the hair too? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I need to reboot Psycholonials. That's not new though. Okay, so today was like a lot. It's just the last 2 weeks of like Homestuck like went into hiatus slumber for a bit and has now exploded back onto the scene along with a bunch of other bullshit. But the purple is a bit violet, but it's probably just artistic license. Yeah, that's it's splitting hairs. Yeah, so next weekend we'll get into actual Act 2, and we'll see if there's anything to add to community news, because Miles mentioned the possibility of a clarification article of some sort coming from Homestuck, Wild Pumpkin, Hiku, Praff, like some official capacity, so we may or may not have that to kind of touch on briefly next week. We may or may not have more like screenshots of the animation or whatever. I don't know. If pattern holds, we'll have mind-shattering news every single day from now on. Yeah, that for sure. It's just gonna be explosions every day because 2 days in a row means that it will happen forever. Yeah, I feel like the big announcements have happened, and now we're back to, I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll post another update within the next week. It's already been 10 days. approximately 9-10, you know, like just over a week since they posted the first one. So like twice a month, but they never really gave a more precise schedule than that. So we're just gonna have to see. I kind of hope they don't do anything until I get caught up, but that's just me and my problems. Seymour Lalonde kids. Yeah, we'll get into that next week. Yeah, so next week, Act 2, start. And following that, we'll get back to Chicory, because that is still the primary game on this channel when there is nothing new for Homestuck. We are making our way through Chicory. We're in the post game. We're having fun. We're doing some real creative stuff. Would love to see you folks join me for that as well. But that's all for tonight. Wow. Thanks for jamming with me. I will see you around the internet. I hope you all have like the chillest, cool week possible. And yeah. Good night.